Hi guys, how are you guys? Good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are watching from. I don't know which country you are, but it all depends which continent you're watching in from. My name is Eve Vanderwerf. Welcome to my YouTube channel, right from the village in Nyanza village. We have, I don't know, for those people who come from Kenya, they know Nyanza. Nyanza is on the side, it's one of the provinces in Kenya where we have the Nilotes people. That's where we see the Nilotes coming from. So today, my main reason to do a vlog, I do a lot of charity, especially in the village. And I like especially taking care of the widows and the old people in the society, because sometimes we have old people in the society who have been neglected simply because maybe nifungie mlango na utoke na hizo vitu. So maybe simply because they don't have relatives, or they don't have they don't have any type of inheritance. Our main monster here in Africa, as most of you know, our biggest monster is poverty. So you see, you find that we are not like most countries, like in the West, okay? You find that in the West, we see old people being taken care of by, like, they have the government, they get pensions, they also get food stamps, they also get what we call social, I don't know, social something, and they also have old people's homes. They can go to a place where they can be taken care of, being given the best medical attention, because with old age, sometimes it comes with a lot of diseases. Sometimes you find somebody battling cancer, diabetes, yeah, you name it. You just know how old people sometimes tend to struggle. I think it's because of the immunity going down. Maybe you can tell me from the comment section, like really what happens. Because I don't know why when people get old, they start falling sick. Not all of them. I know there are people who are very, 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 there are people who are very healthy, even in their 80s, yeah. I know people who have lived all their lives, even before they die. Like, they're just healthy. There are those who just die in their sleep. So guys, I don't know how I'm going to move here, because now I have to step here and I don't have really the right shoes. You can see I'm wearing sandals, but you see, it's because this place is very hot. So sometimes I try to stay away from shoes, because shoes sometimes make my feet very hot and I don't want to feel hot. So guys, today I'm going to see, tunapitia wapi? Tunapitia hapa, kuna njia hapa? Or I have to go round? Oh, yeah. So guys, I'm going to see some old guy. His name, I don't even know his name, but I've known him for some time now. And this man, he's not had any kinds of families. Like I'm told, his wife died long time ago, and he had 2 kids, I think 2 girls, and one of them is already died. And so he lives here by himself. So he doesn't have like any family. He just lives by himself, and he's been neglected because he doesn't have any kind of anything by himself. These are people who are seen as, they are people in the society who are so poor that nobody wants to be associated with them. And you see, here in Africa, the problem that we have in Africa, we have a lot of people who believe in witchcraft. So they think that somebody who is really poor is either being bewitched, or this person was either a witch or a wizard. So that's what is happening. And you find people don't want to associate with people like them, because they feel like if they associate themselves with people like that, they are going to get a curse. Yeah, that's what really happens in Africa, especially in the village, where we don't have a lot of people really knowing that we have Jesus, we have Christianity. You know, in Christianity, we don't believe in such. And then in modern times, who still wants to believe that we have wizards? As much as they say life is spiritual, you know, and as much as they say, like, in the spiritual world, there's a lot of things that happen. Maybe you can tell me in the comment section, do you believe in witchcraft? Do you believe like somebody can put a spell on you? Do you believe like, as in, there are people if you associate yourself with, you can start having problems. So this man that I'm going to visit today, like, he's been neglected by the community because they see him as a wizard. You know, they call him Chawi in Kenya, in Swahili. So like, they feel like he's somebody who really does not need people to associate with, because they think like, if you start associating with people like him, you're gonna get a curse. And myself, I don't believe in stuff. I believe in humanity. I believe in showing love, you know. I believe in, like, everybody is a human being. You know, we are all created by God. We, as Christians, believe that we are all God's creations. It's just that sometimes life is not what we really expect. I'm sure this man was a child of someone. He was a baby to somebody. And when you give birth to a child, you don't know their futures. So I know that not even their parents, not even his parents, thought that he's going to live this kind of a life. So I think, I know I've made a lot of impact in this society. I try to show people love. I try to mentor. I try to extend humanity. I try to show kindness. And of course, it's with your help. I know so many people have come through for cases that I bring. And I hope that maybe, we're just saying maybe, I know giving has to come from your heart. You know, it's not everybody who can give. You know, giving is a gift from God. There are people who have a lot. There are people who have a lot of wealth here on earth, but they just can't share. Sharing is a problem. They will not share at all. They feel like if you want something, it's either you have to work for them or you have to beg. But again, in the same world, we have people who love giving. We have people who will give, you know. We have people who will give. And so, guys, yeah. So I'm going to visit this guy. And again, funny enough is that this man, they always associate him with a monkey. Actually, he's called Onger. And Onger in Luo means a monkey, simply because they say he looks like a monkey. And I don't know his name, and I'm going to ask him his name, but for now, I know him as Onger. And maybe this is the reason why still people don't want to associate with him. I think this is the reason why still people don't want to associate with Onger, because they think or they feel he's a monkey. Yeah, so let's go visit him, guys. Let's go see what we can do for this guy. Look at the village here. This is Africa. Look at the trees, you know, this land here. Right now we are in a very sunny season. Sometimes sometime back it was raining, but right now I've not seen rain for a couple of weeks or days, I can say. This is an avocado tree. Yeah, so guys, this is an like here there's a lot of trees, but there are so many people who don't know the meaning of trees. You know, sometimes they won't know the exact importance of having trees even tended for, even cared for. Like you can see this area, it has a lot of trees, and I'm sure maybe more trees needs to be planted here, especially those trees that bear fruits. Yeah, so I think that's what really needs to be done. So there's one tree here. Hii ni ya nini? Ni ya maembe ama ni avocado? Hii ni ya maembe. Oh, so I'm told this is a mango tree. Yeah, I'm told this is a mango tree. Why inaza? Oh, so I'm asking them if this tree, does it bear mangoes? Because the way it looks, the way it looks like this, I can't even see. I can't even see even just one. So maybe why inakuja na season? Also, I think it's the season that's not, now is not the season. So maybe guys, next time when we come here, we are going to enjoy the mangoes. Yeah, so we are going to say hi to, and I can see there's another tree here. Na ile ni gani? That's avocado. Wow. Guys, they have avocado trees here. I can see there is an avocado tree. So this is the house that Onger lives. I have not gone inside yet. So this is how the outside looks like. Oh, so I can see this avocado. And I can see one. There's an avocado here. See any avocado? Wow. There's an avocado, guys. I don't know if you can see. Are they sweet? Ni tamu. You know, guys, me, I'm afraid of places like this because every time I'm passing through places like this, I always think, or I always feel as if there's a snake. I always think if I walk here, I'm going to meet snakes. And you know me, I'm so afraid of snakes. So guys, before we go in, I'm going to show you around the house. So this is where he lives. Okay, this is a mud house. You know, in Africa, especially in the village, because of just lack of funds, the best they can do, they use mud. And then they use, okay, before they put the mud, they put these kinds of sticks, and then they put stones right inside the sticks so that it will act as a wall. And then they are going to put mud. So I can see what we have for Onger. This guy does not even have a proper window. What I can see here is, this is a sack. In Swahili, we call it gunia, yeah? So this is a sack. Imagine he doesn't even have window panes, you know? You know, somebody can say, okay, fine, I have walls. But what about window panes? Because I can see he already has the window, like the window frame is here, but no window panes, guys. No window panes. So I'm going to show you around. So these are the walls. And it's, you see this black thing here. This is soot because they use firewood to cook. In Africa, in Kenya here, let me talk about Kenya because Kenya is where I know. Most of the villages, most of the homes in the village, they use firewood to cook. They can't afford gas. They can't afford any other mode of cooking like charcoal. Most of them, the best they can do actually is charcoal because they can try to get charcoal from some of these trees. But then you see, this is what comes out. This is the end product of using firewood. And you know, this is dangerous. They say this stuff causes cancer, you know. They say that this stuff causes cancer. And it also brings respiratory problems and challenges. Yeah, so that's life in Africa. Like, this is what you'll typically find in most villages, especially here in Africa. Yeah, so I can see he has a big yard. You know, here, most of these people, they have big yards. Yeah, you find most of these people, they have big yards. Like, I think this is, inaweza kuwa eka ngapi kama moja hivi? I think this is 1 acre of property. And maybe the cost can be about, no, I don't want to talk about the cost because I'm not so sure and I don't want to confuse people. So maybe I'll find out later. So you see, they have tracts of lands. But the problem, you see, most of these lands, they are inherited. Like you see, your grandfather passed it over to your father, and then your father passed it over to you, and then from you, you pass it over to your sons. So you find most of these tracts of land, they cannot be able to sell them. You know, you find somebody will say, okay, fine, why can't he sell some of it and then try to live a proper life or try to like upgrade his life? But in Africa, most of these inherited properties, inherited pieces of land, they are not allowed to sell. But then there are those families that come up, oh, and they can see there's a dead rat here. Nile, kuja uone kuna panya imekufa hapa. You know, here we have, you know, in Africa, let me tell you, Africa rats are a sign of poverty. Look at this. Look at that, poor rat. You see, we have a rat here, guys. Just see, you know, what you're seeing here is what you're seeing. This is not AI. This is not artificial intelligence. I'm showing you guys like this is real. This is a rat. I'm sure it was inside, but because of lack of food, came out, died, or maybe it was killed. I don't know. So we are going to go inside. So I don't know if the door hii ndio ya kuingia ama ni ile huko mbele. Yoyote. Sumuite anaitwa nani? Onger. Habari ya leo. Ati habari mbaya. I'm saying, guys, imagine I'm just saying hi to him. I'm asking him how he is. And the first thing he tells me, everything is bad. Onger, kuja unisalamie kabla unikaribishe. Kuja unisalamie. Kuja salamia mimi kwanza. Haya, kuja salamia mimi. Nataka usalamie pia rafiki zangu wako hapa. Wako hapa kwa hii simu yangu. Kuja. Wako hapa ndani hapa. Kwa hii. Angalia kamera. Habari ya wewe?
Sawa.
Unaendelea namna gani? Jina lako kamili ni nani? Unajua mimi nasikiaga tu watu wakikuita Onger. Like guys, I'm asking him.
Jina yako inaitwa Philipinus Oidageso.
Silvanus.
Philipinus.
Silvanus. Oh, guys. So today is when I've learned the real names of this guy. He's called Silvanus. And Silvanus nani? Agiso. So Silvanus, this is the guy who has been neglected by the society because of his looks and because of the poverty that you guys can be able to see here. Mimi ninaingia leo kwako. Kuja. So I'm having Noel hold for me the camera, and then you have to follow me closely because I didn't carry my mic. So, wow, hodi huku. Adonji. They say Adonji. Wow. Yeah. Woo! Habari hapa.
Sawa.
Muko mzima? Silvanus. Yeah, welcome. So guys, this is where Silvanus is. I think I'm going to sit on this plastic chair because I think a plastic chair is I have to sit where there is light. See there? I have to sit where there is light. Silvanus. Yes. Come and sit here. Kuja ukae hapa. Mwambie akuja keti hapa. I'm telling him to come and sit here. Nataka ukuje ukae hapa ndio tukae karibu na hewa. Guys, you know the house is so hot. Bring the camera close. The house is too hot. I think it's because we don't have, I think we can show, like, guys, you can see now this house does not have it does not have a ceiling. And you know, now when you build a house and use iron sheets without putting any ceiling underneath, so when it gets hot, you can have a seat. When it gets hot, it becomes a boiler in the house, like you really feel hot. So today I said I'm coming to see Silvanus, and I can see Silvanus has he has some photos on his wall. Look, this is Jesus, you know. So this is what people believe. This was Jesus. they believe Jesus was white, and that's what we believe as Christians, you know. So I can see he has Jesus here, and maybe this is the Jesus that has pushed me to come and see this man, to visit him and see what we can be able to do for him as Team Vanda clan. I can also see he has a certificate of excellence. It was awarded by the Special Ida of Kenya. Hii ilikuwa certificate ya nini, Onger? Ya kufanya kazi. Ulikuwa unafanya kazi wapi?
Hapa.
Wapi hapo?
Hapa. Kwa nyumba yangu hii.
Wakakupatia hii? Sasa hii ni ya kusema aje? Ati wanasema aje? Please explain to us. Oh, wow, guys. So, Silvanus is telling me he was a traditional doctor. Like, if you had problems with maybe your bones, or maybe you have a small fracture, or maybe your joint is dislocated, they used to come to him. And so some guys, I think they saw the good work he was doing, they decided to award him. So he have as award. And again also, look at what he has. Silvanus has, who is this? Who is this? This is, this is Morgan. This guy, McGray. This is Eddie McGray. For those who know Eddie McGray, I don't know Eddie McGray. I thought it was Eddie Grant. Is it Eddie Grant, guys? Maybe you can tell me in the comment section. Guys, wow, the situation is very dire here. So guys, you see, this is millet. And this millet is what they go and put in the milling, like a milling machine. And this is what they eat. This is what Silvanus is surviving from, you know. Like you can see, guys. Wow, I hope there's no rats here, because I met a rat out there. And I'm so scared of rats. So this is what our dear friend Silvanus. Hapa ndo unaekaga maji. Yeah, and this is where he puts his water. These jerry cans, guys, you can see. And I can see it doesn't even have much of water. Maybe just 2 jerry cans. We can't have any fresh air coming in because the windows are sealed, totally sealed with cottons, okay? So I see he has a passion for Rastaman, Jamaica, wow. And he also has this guy, Beanie Man, wow, Beanie Man. Who knows Beanie Man? Look at these guys, Beanie Man. Yeah. Wow, unajua watu umeweka kwa ukuta? Unawajua? So this is Beanie Man. Maybe somebody can reach Beanie Man and tell him there is a fan of him here living like this. And we also have Capleton. Wow. How comes I don't know this guy, Capleton? Beanie Man, I know. I know Beanie Man, but I don't know Capleton. Yeah, this is Capleton. So they say that's Capleton. And then, look, look, they have, this is one of his chairs, guys. Yeah, look at his chairs, guys. So this is one of his chairs. A lot of cobwebs here, guys. Just look. This is the kind of situation this friend of ours is living. The millet, I think this is what he was preparing to go eat today. I don't know, have not asked him. And then there's a room here. Wow, guys. Now this is where the juice is. Hold for me here, Geoffrey. Yeah. So guys, this is where he sleeps. Look at where this man sleeps, guys. Look. This is where our friend sleeps. This, Geoffrey, come and lift this mattress. Guys, I can't even tell you whether this is a mattress or it's a Inua hivi. I can't even really tell you what this is. So this is where he sleeps. This is a mattress, guys. Just look, guys. Look. And he only has a few pieces of clothes. I think these are just like 4 pieces. This is where he sleeps. And he has one chair to his bedroom. Yeah, this is his bedroom, guys. This is the bedroom of Silvanus. My God. Look, guys. This is where he sleeps. You know, sometimes these are the things that sometimes really make me wonder, do we really have a government? When I hear how many billions of monies that are being looted by people in the government, like almost on a daily basis, it makes you feel sad. Otherwise, if we would just be having a system where there's no corruption, where everything is straight, then we wouldn't be having people like this. We wouldn't be having situation like this, guys. Just see. You know, there are people who even their own animals cannot sleep in a place like this. Even their own chickens. You know, nowadays we have modern houses where people put their pets, where people put their livestock, and this is where our friend sleeps. Like, hold for me the camera, hold for me the camera, hold for me the camera, guys. Yeah, you know, I'm even afraid of, really. And it has even built, come and show, he's even living with wasps. Show the wasps. He's living with wasps. Yeah, guys. So this is a wasp. This is a house that wasps. Yeah. Look at this. He has all kinds of spiders. There are spiders. There are cobwebs here. This is how this guy sleeps. May God have mercy. You know, may God have mercy. It's very sad, but I know that because I have come here, and I know every time I visit someone, I know God opens doors, you know. I know God opens doors. And what do we have on the other side? Nini iko huku? What's here?
You can see.
Yeah, let's go and see. What's here? Silvanus, yeah. Wow, guys. So this is the kitchen, guys. This is where Silvanus cooks from. This is where Silvanus cooks from. My goodness, look at the utensils, guys. Just look at the utensils. I think he has 1 cup, a plastic one, 2 plates. Look at the pots. Okay, guys, look. Oh my God. Look, guys. Just look. So this is what, these are his cooking pots. Yeah. So this is what he uses to, yeah, to cook, guys. You know, these are his plates. I can see he has some, I don't know if these are edible vegetables or herbs. I don't know. Wow. So this is how he looks. This is where he cooks from. So these are the 3 stones. You know, in Africa, they use 3 stones to cook because they use firewood. So they use these 3 stones. And it's inside the house. So you can just imagine the smoke, you know, the smoke that is coming, guys. So yeah, let's go and talk to Silvanus. I'm going to sit down, have some fresh air. Yeah, I think uteka mawe hapo. So I'm telling him to put a stone there so that we can have some fresh air. Okay. so that we can have some fresh air, guys, because like you can see, I'm already sweating. The place is just too hot. Oh, okay. The place is too hot. Yeah, guys. So this is the table. Look at the table. This is the chairs. I've shown you the millet. Yeah. Mzee, habari ya wewe? Uko namna gani? Ulikuja hapa mwaka gani? So I'm asking him, which year did he come? He's saying he came here in the year 1999.
Nakuja hapa 99.
Unakuja hapa 99? Wewe ni mzaliwa wapi? I'm asking him where he was born.
Mimi mke Kisumu.
Kisumu town. Ehe.
Mimi hapa mimi pale mimi niko hapo, gari yako naleta mimi hapo na natamba kwake.
Oh. So he's saying that he used to live in Kisumu, and then later on in life he decided to come and live here in the village. And so I think, you know, when people get to some age, they feel they don't want to be in the busy town, in the busy urban city anymore. They come to retire where there is a bit of sanity. But guys, tell me, is this really sanity? Tell me, guys. Tell me, guys, is this really sanity? Can we call this sanity for sure? Can we call this a haven of peace? Yeah, he can have peace in terms of not hearing vehicles, cars passing, hooting and all that, because I know in the urban city there's just a lot of noise pollution. But then, you know, even if you're coming to live by the, if you're coming to live in the village, you still need to live decently, you know. You still need to have a decent house. I always say I'd rather have a house that is one room, but a decent one. Like it can have one bed of my own. It can have a couch. I can have some water. I can have some electricity. Like I can see here, he doesn't have even electricity, yet there are so many people here around who have electricity. Sasa wewe unatumia nini kuona mwangaza? I'm asking him what he uses for his like lighting. Wewe unatumia nini? Kwa kuona.
Hakuna kitu mimi natumia.
Oh, na hii? Oh, guys. Hii ni koroboi.
Ya bibi yangu natendea kichwa.
Oh. You know, guys, this is what they use for lighting. I don't even know how do they use it. Wanafanyaga aje?
Wanaweka makaa hapa na nini.
Oh, they put makaa here. They put charcoal here and then
inatoa light.
Oh, so this is what is used. Oh, so that's why it even has some holes down below here. Oh my God. Wow, guys. See, so this is what he uses for lighting. Sasa hii ndio ulikuwa unatumia?
Natumia samani.
Oh. Sasa ukifika usiku wewe unafanya nini? Na usiku wewe unafanya aje? Kukaa tu. Sasa uko na watoto wangapi? Wewe ulikuwa na watoto wangapi? I'm asking him how many kids did he have?
Iko watoto yangu yote iko tatu. Mmoja mimi nakufa kwa mwaka jana hii. Sasa nabaki 2.
Watoto 3.
Mmoja nakufa alafu sasa nabaki 2.
Oh, so he's telling me that walikuwa vijana ama wasichana?
Vijana moja.
Kijana moja. Na wasichana 2.
Bila sasa yeye nabaki moja.
Msichana anabaki moja na kijana moja. Yeah, so guys, Silvanus is telling me that he was blessed with 3 kids, 1 boy and 2 girls, but one of the girls is already died, and the other two wako wapi? Wengine wawili
ile mkubwa iko kwa bwana yake.
Oh, hiyo mkubwa iko kwa bana yake. Wapi? Kisumu.
Kisumu.
Oh.
Pale ile ya juu.
Oh.
Kisumu pale Nyara.
Na hiyo mwingine?
Na inde iko hapo lakini sasa iko nje.
Oh. Yeah, so he's telling me, you know here, let me tell you guys. You know here in the village, like you find somebody has kids, but because of poverty, they really don't care. Yeah. They don't really care. Like they don't see anything. Like they only think about themselves. I think even themselves, they are struggling wherever they are. So as much as they are struggling, there is nothing much they can do. You see, there is nothing much they can do. So guys, I think I'm feeling too hot, and I'm going to put this chair here. So we are going to sit outside here, Noel. Yeah, I think you bring this. He also needs to bring a chair because this is too hot. Yeah, it's too hot. I'm telling them like it's too hot. I can't sit inside anymore. So I think we can sit. Yeah, let's go and sit there. Yeah, maybe we can sit under the. We can sit under the mango tree. I think this is. Yeah, let me sit under the mango tree here because the other place is just too hot. Inside there is hot. It's very hot. Yeah, I can sit here. Yeah, so Silvanus, you can come. Be a neka. Hey, be. Woo. Yeah, so Silvanus is coming, guys. Silvanus is coming. And we have a dog, Jala. Jala. This is the village dog. Jalabi. This is the village dog, guys. It's called Jalabi. Everywhere I go, it follows me. And I don't even know the owner, but it comes. Bedka. No, si hapa iko sawa. Bedi. Jalabi. Yeah, so guys, I'm sitting here with Silvanus. Okay, Jala, move. Songa. Sudi. Yeah. Sasa hapa huwa unakaa na nani? Peke yako? Okay. Come and hold the camera for me. Wewe unakaa tu peke yako hapa. I'm asking him like. Oh. Ulizika yeye hapa?
Iko hapo.
Oh.
Sasa naenda kufanya kazi nje.
Oh. Sasa hiyo msichana yako yenye ilikufa ulizika hapa?
Nakufa huko kwa bwana yako.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so guys, I'm asking him like how does he live here? He tells me he lives alone, and he doesn't have much of family. As you can see, he doesn't have much of family. So what he's telling me is like he's basically a loner, and I think that's why he's living like this, you know. Sometimes even to have people living with you, to have even somebody you can talk to every single day, it's beautiful. You cannot just live alone. You cannot just live without having people around you. And that's why, guys, you find most of these old people, they die poor. Sometimes it's not poverty from like lack of wealth or something, but most of them, old people, have come to realize, and maybe you can agree with me from the comment section, they die from loneliness, you know. They die from loneliness. They don't have people who live with them. They don't have people who they can talk to. They don't have people they can interact with, you know, just to have somebody you can share your life with. So that's why I realize most of these people, the old people, especially these ones that live in the village, they live alone. They become so lonely that they end up dying just like that. And this is the narrative that I really, really, really want to change. This is the narrative I want to change. Like I have some lady, I think I did her story a year ago, but I was not able to post because I don't know why I did not post that story. But she lives alone. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't have any kind of relative. So she just lives alone. But what I know is that when you have people like this in your community, these are the people that you really need to look after. These are the people you really need to show love because they don't have anyone around them. They don't have anybody they can talk to. They don't have anybody they can share with. They don't have anybody they can interact with. And this is the narrative that I'm really trying to change. I know I cannot be able to change by myself alone. Maybe I can touch 1 or 2 families. But what if we decide to show love to the people that live in vulnerable situations like Silvanus here? Look at Silvanus, guys. Look at just how he looks like, right from his head to his feet. Look at his status clothes. Look at his shoes. No shoes at all. Na sasa hizi miguu zako ngezi, hii imekuliwa na dudu hii.
Hakuna.
Ni mirembe.
Hakuna kitu. Hakuna kitu hapa. Inapoa. Sasa inapoa. Hakuna.
Bring the camera close.
Ngoja samani sasa. Hii ni nyama ya mguu.
Sasa hii ni kinonda tu ndio ilikuwa hapa.
Na hiyo ni kidole hiki hapa.
Oh, kwa hivyo hakuna hiyo nini?
Ile vitu vingine napiga. Ile kitu ya utumana na tako kwa kuni. Alafu tutapika hapo.
Oh.
Nakuka hapo. Sasa tunapawa hapana hapana gonjwa.
Oh. Na hii ingine huku.
Hakuna kitu. Hapa hakuna kitu.
Lakini sasa hii miguu yako siko hivi kwa sababu ni kama huwa husafishi. Guys, look at this feet, you know. I'm asking him what happened here, guys. And he's telling me he had a wound here. And I think it just miraculously healed by itself. But then you see, because of maybe not wearing shoes or not taking a proper bath. You know, guys, when you don't have proper bath, proper hygiene, now this is how you end up getting these types of skin. You can compare my feet with his feet. Look at my feet, guys. Look at my feet. And look at Silvanus' feet. I wash my feet. He doesn't wash his feet. But he doesn't wash his feet because he doesn't have water. He doesn't have soap. He doesn't have somebody to encourage him to take a bath. But look. But I know with the power of God, and I know with you people, we are going to change the narrative. Yeah? So Silvanus, mi unajua unijui sana, lakini mimi ninataka niongee na rafiki zangu, tuone vile tunaweza kukusaidia. Sasa maisha yako inakuaga namna gani? Shida ambazo zinakusumbua ni gani? So I'm asking him the challenges that he's facing, or what would he wish to have, or what would he wish to see God, or rather people of goodwill do for him. What would he wish to have, or what would he wish to see being done to him? Yeah. So nini ungependa? Na uangalie kamera hapa. Angalia kamera hapa. Sasa ni nini ungependa kuona ukisaidiwa nayo?
Lakini mimi nakosa iko mingi. Sasa naona kaka nyumba yako mbaya. Hakuna pesa ya kutengeneza.
Yeah, so first of all, guys, he's saying that his house, just show his house. He's saying that the first thing that he would really want to see God do for him is get a proper house, even if it is just being repaired. You know, here, if you have a house like that, and maybe you put plaster, you know, plaster is where you mix sand and cement, the walls can become stronger than they are. And I believe with a few bags of cement, I know this house can have a good look. And so he's saying that his greatest wish is to see this house being repaired, because I know one of his greatest fears is that one day, someday, very soon, the house may come trembling down, because you know, when it keeps on getting, the walls keep on getting rained on, especially when they have heavy rains here. And because this is just mud, so you end up seeing these walls start trembling down. So there's a high chance that is his main worry, that his house, the way it looks like this, is a big stress to him. Nini ingine? Umesema ungependa kuona nyumba ikitengenezwa.
Hakuna ingine, ndio hiyo ipokelea. Ndio hiyo nasumbua kwa ile kutengeneza. Lakini hakuna ingine. Hata mbele yangu mwenyewe. Hakuna gonjwa.
Yeah, he's saying that his main like his main wish is to see this house like being repaired or get a good house. But what he's thankful about, he's saying what he's thankful about is that he's very healthy. He's very healthy. He's saying he doesn't have any kind of illness in his body. He's very healthy. He's very fit. But of course, I know he's a hungry person, because you've seen the kind of food that he has, millet. I can't even see anything here that is growing in terms of food. Na chakula wewe unafanya namna gani? I'm asking him, what does he do about food?
Nakula mimi napata mboga hiyo mimi nakula. Na nyama kama mimi napata muda mtu pesa kidogo mimi kula nyama. Samaki hata mimi napata mimi.
Wewe ukuli samaki?
Hakuna kitu kingine, ndio hiyo tu.
Na sasa chakula wewe unapata aje? So he's telling me, guys, that he doesn't eat any kind of fish, like he's allergic to fish. And you know, here in the lake region, they are like the main food is here is fish, but he's allergic to fish, so he doesn't eat any fish, but he eats beef. You know, he eats meat, he eats beef. And also he's saying that he also has particular kind of vegetables that he eats. But the problem is that even the food that he craves for, or the food that he eats, he's not able to afford. Like many are the times that he goes hungry because he doesn't have any source of income. He doesn't have anybody supporting him in terms of food. So sometimes it's people, maybe well-wishers, who sometimes giving him a plate or two. And personally also, it's only that I really didn't want to say in camera, but personally also, I try to send him something small for food. I may not be able to do everything for everyone. That is why I need people to come through for people like this. I can't do it by myself. But I know with unity, you know, if we have like 100 people watching you, and each one of them decides to give you even just $1, which is about 130 Kenya shillings, it is enough to buy food for this man. It is enough to do something for him. Like, I'm sure this house, to get it repaired, we can need about something like $1,000. If we can get $1,000, we can buy bags of cement, we can buy some sand, and we can get workmanship to come and repair this house. And maybe we can also try to do some better furniture from what he has. But from my own, my own preview, if I was to do something for him, I would first of all want us to make sure that these walls have been secured, like we can plaster the house. So nini ingine mzee? Umesema nyumba, umesema chakula pia inakuwaga shida kidogo kupata. So wakati umekosa chakula wewe unafanya nini?
Na ile mtoto yangu ile nampa mimi chakula, hata maziwa.
Mtoto yako?
Mtoto yangu ndio ile bwana ya dada yako ile.
Mtoto
ile dada yako ile ya pendeni, wewe unajua yeye.
Oh, ile dada yangu ile. Oh, Mama Mary. Ile Mumeru.
Bwana yake nampa kitu. Mtu makati. Hata maziwa nampa mimi. Kama pesa iko pesa nampa hata shilingi 100, hata 200, mimi